Okay, as you can see by the topic for today, used to it, brutality. And I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that I will be describing, what it is that I'm talking about. Now, those, there's a viral video going around of a white teenage girl. From what it looks like to me, a white teenage girl getting her ass beat in the mall by cops. Getting her ass beat in the mall by cops. Personally, myself, I just don't give a fuck. I really do not. I don't say that to be mean, but it's something that growing up for the past 28 years of my life, you get used to it. And I'm coming from the projective expective of this. I'm a mixed race, I'm a mixed breed. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at it like this. Let's start off with a guy's perspective of this, of a colored black man in America. Me, those that know, I'm a mixed race, I'm a mixed breed. Okay, I'm half Native Indian. Okay, that my ancestors on Indians part of that been beaten, slaved, raped. The men at least have been beaten and raped and tortured for years. For years, torn from their families. No one gave a fuck. Alright? Now, other part of me, I'm also mixed with South African. South Africa, in certain parts, still has slavery amongst their own people, still beating the shit out of them when it comes to men and raping the women. When it rapes the women, yeah, we get upset at that. When it comes to the men's part to that, especially from a woman's point of view, how they see it, they don't really give a fuck. Oh, we're not crying over our guys getting beat. No. Also, I'm half Jamaican as well. Jamaica's the same way. In certain parts, they practically beat and kill each other all the damn time, especially in Africa, Jamaica, where the police of the same skin color really hate their own people and just constantly beat the men. Women don't seem to give a shit with that. So when us guys see about this teenage girl getting beat by white cops, we don't give a fuck. We don't care, especially those of colored men. We don't care because we're used to it. We see it. You get the fuck over it. It's going to happen. Now, I'm also half Egyptian. Same thing. We enslaved our own people. Beat them. We don't give a fuck. You didn't see no one crying about it. Now, I'm also half Italian. Okay? Italians, mistreated, same way. But you know what we did? Law enforcement at that time were too afraid to have guns, so we got the guns and started blasting at the police because we could. I'm also half white. Half Neapolitan. White supremacy. White on white crime. We don't seem to give a fuck because it happens. Being as an ex-felon, an ex-con, being locked up, did time several times. 3 times to be exact. You see it all the time amongst you see it amongst with gang members, artists, racists, even if you're just in between and you have nothing to do with it, you see it all the time because you have the inner gang members not fighting with the other gangs because they're always beating up on themselves. You have artists going against other artists. You have even the goon squad that comes in and times beats the prisoners. Men. They lock us down, hold us down. Now, because we're all felons, we're all in here. Now, some of us may not care for each other. Some of us may not get along. But we don't want to see, while we're all locked in here getting beat up, by security, by the goon squad, because that pisses us off, because each one of us went through the same thing being on the streets. Me growing up here in the South, there was times where I was picked on by white people, times I was picked on by black people. There were times where I was harassed by police, got into fights. You think someone gave a shit? There's even times where I got threatened to be hung by a tree by racist whites. People around don't really give a fuck when it comes to men going through brutality, getting beat by cops, or somebody that's not a cop. So when we men see this video, we don't care, we don't give a fuck. We're not going to get up and riled about it. Point blank, period. Because we are used to it. Now, to a certain degree, while we say that we're used to it, let me tell you guys something. You know a lot of videos that go around about cops killing unarmed men? They only show you they show you the beating and the killing part, but they never show you the beginning. They never show you the beginning. Because most of the time, it's something that, we did first. It's something that we did first. Not the cops. It's something that we did first. A good majority has something to do. One, the main part of it, drugs. Not going to lie, a lot of it's drug related. The second part of it, we're blanked out like zombies. So we are to the point of considered crackheads. Third part, violent, which goes into having a violent past, because a good majority of us that do that, because we don't like cops, we're going to lash out on them, which causes us to get shot or get our fucking ass beat and killed, because we bring it amongst ourselves. So that's why every time you hear a story, well, this person had a violent past. Yeah, a lot of those three things have everything to do with it. That, as a teenager, you're not going to give a fuck. You're going to be rambunctious. I guarantee you, anything with today's kids, they're popping pills and lean abuse on that, especially down here in the South, where there's a lot of clinics for recovering meth addicts that put them on other pills that ain't really helping. A good majority of these teens are hitting the pipe, pills, and lean. I guarantee you, anything with today's teenagers, because when I was coming up, it's the same thing. A lot of us went out, look, man, we're going to kind of get stoned up. We used to call it the word stoned before high, and then we used the word high at times. Get into our system, there's a lot of it, we get riled up in a big group. When riled up in a big group, you have so many of these people. So it's almost, within the month's end, if you will, and trying to have a good time. So we're going to start shit first to pop off on law enforcement, because we just don't know any better. So I have to tell you from the Jeff perspective, us men, reason why you see us commenting the way we do, especially those of color men, as black men in America, about this teenage girl getting beat, why you see us clowning it, saying, well, we don't give a fuck, used to it, it's going to happen. It's because it happened to us, and a good majority, speaking of those that really went through it. And we say that because a lot of the times that would happen to us, the female side, from the outside looking in, they say and clown the same shit. They don't give a fuck what happens to men like that do the same thing. No. Oh, well, he must have had it coming. Oh, well, he did this. Oh, well, go ahead and look at yada, yada, yada. No. See, now they know how it feels. When they now see, why ain't none of these men standing up? Or they're saying these things about this cruel abuse. That could be your daughter. And yada, yada, yada. Oh, the truth is, that's part of growing up. You have to fight. You got to go through things like that to see where you stand at on the food chain in life. Real talk. Not know about, oh, man, that was me. I've got been there and fight and kill. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No. You would still stand by. Yeah. No. The reason why we all stand by and watch it, and the reason why we're all going to stand around and watch it, is because we don't want to get involved with that. No, we don't. But at the same time, We just don't give a fuck because we like to see the clown shit, the monkey shit. I guarantee you that girl and her friends done something first to piss off law enforcement. Real fucking talk. So when I say I really don't give a fuck because I don't, yeah, go ahead and beat her. Go ahead, because I really don't give a fuck myself. Because I'm saying people, honestly, a lot of females that say the same thing about men, well, now they're starting to realize, oh shit, now we know what it feels like and goes through. And a lot of women like her, or girls, teenage girls like her, don't know any better because they don't have guidance in their life. So why should I give a fucking feel any different? It ain't my goddamn responsibility, it ain't my child either. But I'm telling you guys this, you shouldn't feel bad either. This is the projective perspective and the harsh truth. Again, stuff like that happens is pretty much this. Again, they only show you the middle and the end, which is a cop beating somebody who's unarmed or gets killed. They don't show you the beginning. The beginning is, again, one, yes, drugs do play in it. Two, being a young, irresponsible teenager / child still has something to do with it. Three, a violent background. It doesn't matter if you're an adult or juvenile delinquent, because they're going to do something first to piss off law enforcement. Because not all cops are bad. Not all cops are out to get you. I had experience with, crooked and non-crooked police. And the truth is, we're going to start shit on our side first to cause that to happen. So yeah, that teenage girl caused that to happen. Yeah, she brought it on herself. Don't feel fucking bad. I'm not. As men, we don't care. We don't feel bad because, again, when I explained at the beginning, yeah, we went through, even seen it. So don't, because she caused that and brought that amongst herself. You get used to it. Life goes on. There's nothing there to be sad about. Let her learn her fucking lesson. Because, again, now as you see, now, a bunch of young females, women, even younger, from teens to young adults, you're going to probably seeing more of this. Remember one thing before I end this video is this. The women that see this, especially those that bash men, and these are the same ones that see men go through this, probably more than anything, that say this shit. He must have had it coming. Oh, but you know he done something. Oh, you know he fucking on drugs, girl. Or, you know about his background. Man, I don't feel sorry for him, no. Because they stand by and don't give a fuck when it happens. And now you know how men feel when we see it happen to women like that. Because these are the same type that say the same shit. So I gotta say, I know a lot of them like that. So you think I really give a fuck about this white girl getting her ass beat by white cops in a mall? Fuck no. No, I don't. Why? Because that's the white side coming out of me, and also the harsh truth of also being a mixed breed and also considered a black man in America. Because I guarantee you, anything she did shit first to cause that to happen. Yeah. Yeah, she did. Ain't no reason to fucking feel bad and sad about it. It's like when somebody dies. Yeah, it's sad that it happened, but you get used to it because people die every damn day. Every day. It's life. It's going to happen. It's part of growing up in life. It's, again, even with fighting. It's part of growing up in life to see where you stand at in the food chain in life. Like I said, yeah, I've been harassed by police. I've been harassed by racist people. I've also been bullied and picked on as a younger person by whites and blacks, yeah. But I stood the fight. Even when it came just to getting bullied because I had learning disabilities. I stood the fight. Real talk. I literally grew up in these streets. So when I say brutality, too used to it, it's because people that come from that, you're used to it. And that's why we say the things that we say. And that's why I say the things I say in this topic. Get used to it. It's going to be there. It's going to happen. It's never going to stop. That stuff's been going on for years, man. Before Christopher Columbus. Okay? Indians been doing that to each other. It doesn't, the Chinese do that to each other. Can't people from Canada do it to each other? Mexico does it to each other. From Africa does it to each other. From Egypt to Jamaica. It all happens amongst each other. So they're used to it. And when you come here to America, the same shit doesn't change. No, the worst majority of this case happens in New York. Really, New York and the North. And New Yorkers will tell you the same thing. Look, man, it's a natural part of life up here. Get used to it. Because they're going to say the same thing. Yeah, get used to it. We don't give a fuck. It's going to happen. Even the same thing in California. Especially in Los Angeles. Right? Compton. They're going to say the same thing. Shit happens, man. Get used to it. We don't give a fuck. We don't. Either should you. This is going to happen. It's a part of life. Now, I know a lot of people may get pissed off, but you have to see it like this. Again, they show you the middle and ending. Someone getting beaten, getting killed who's unarmed, but they don't show you the beginning. And I'm coming to you with the harsh truth. The beginning of all this, is that person started it first. I know. I was in a lot of those situations when I used to roll with a group of people. Because we started it first. One, again, we were either on drugs, also going and playing into our age, and most of us had a background. Even I did. Even I do till this day, even though it did get expunged and you can't find it. But I'm letting you know, I did have a background of a violent past, of a history. To where we're going to start it first. So when it comes to us getting our fucking ass beat because we want to start shit with law enforcement first, because of the things that's brainwashed to us from society, which makes us say the same things that we say to law. Oh, well, fuck the police. Because we have it coming when we get our ass beat. Now, in some cases, you do have innocents that happen for no apparent reason, but a lot of them cases, we're really, really more down south, especially in Texas and Louisiana. A good majority of it is here in Columbia, where about the next town over, right, that's about 30 minutes away, is Pulaski. The home and the original creation of the KKK. Where the town I live in was the very first racial riot, and then freedom movement actually started as well. Against people getting beat for no reason. Overtime, overtime till this day, it's really not as bad. No. If anything, a lot of these cops are really understanding now. They really are. You have to learn how to really, talk to people. Even when something happens here, it's like, get used to it. We don't really give a fuck it's going to happen. But the thing is this. That girl started it first in order for that to happen. Yeah. Remind you, those are also the same type of people that look at men that go through this and say, oh, well, he deserved it. He probably had it coming. Girl, take a look at what color he is. Take his background, shit like that. So brutality, get used to it. It's going to happen. There's nothing to be sad about. Again, part of growing up in life is fighting to see where you stand at in the food chain. A part of growing up in life is getting used to death. Because we're all going to die. No one lives forever. When I say this, where I stand at, from the objective perspective of also being half white and also half black, I don't give a fuck what happened to that girl. I don't. It is what it is. I hope people kind of understand where I'm coming from with this. A lot of people in Nashville will say the same thing. I hear it a lot from people from Nashville. Yeah, we don't care. We don't give a fuck what happens. Yeah.